before we start this video, I just want to, a few people have messaged me saying, oh, thanks so much for your help, and is there any way that I can pay you for your help? And I have set up a Coffee account, which I will leave a link to in the video description below. If you feel that that I've helped with any of the videos that I've done and you'd like to make a donation, please feel free to do so, no pressure. So yeah, I'll leave a link in the description, and we'll get on with the video. Right, back with another video in the cabriolet. Now, as I said in my, before we start, sorry, OBD11 giveaway, get me to 1,000 subscribers by the 31st of October. We are 24 days away and 47 subscribers short of giving this away. So we're close. It's going to be touch and go as to whether we get the subscribers or not. Anyway, hopefully we do get to 1,000 subscribers within the next 24 days. It'd be really good. And then, like I say, that will be given away to somebody globally, not just within the UK. Anyway, in my last video I mentioned RaceChip, and I have the RaceChip here. Some people won't know what RaceChip is or what they do. They're basically a company that produces tuning boxes for cars. This product that I've got is an older product of theirs. This is the RaceChip Pro2. And this attaches directly onto the fuel pressure sensor and changes the fuel pressure at the sensor, making the fuel burn more efficiently. Now, like I said, this is an old product. I've already got the back of it because I have to show you something. This is an older one of their products. Their newer ones now, you've got the GT, the GTS, and they all work off Bluetooth. So you don't have to open them up to change the settings. You just press a button. I think they have, the GTS has 7 presets. The GT has 5 presets, and then they do the S, which I think has 3 presets. Are they any good? Do they work? I don't know. I can only tell you from my experience of why I thought I'd try this product out. And the only reason I wanted to try this product out was for fuel economy. The job I do 70 miles a day. I work on the same route around the town that I live as a care worker. And have I noticed a difference in fuel? Yes, I have. I've noticed about 5 mpg difference in fuel across my whole day on the setting that I have the RaceChip set at now. I did try it on a higher setting, and the fuel economy might have been better, but the throttle response was quicker. So I was putting my foot down a bit in places, and you can feel the difference, the throttle response, the torque response. Horsepower, I don't know. I don't have a dyno. I'm not going to test it out. You watch videos on YouTube about all these tuning boxes, and I haven't seen any up-to-date videos, but older products from these companies don't really seem their gains that they say you can get don't seem to show on a dyno. So like I say, with this you can change the settings. So if I just, it's got 4 screws in the back that hold this one, and yeah, let me just switch you around. So this is the internals of the RaceChip, and you've got these 2 arrows here, there and there. Now the original settings on this one, sorry, let me just check the instructions what they were. Where are we? It comes with this great long list of different settings, and mine is currently set at, what we set at? E1. That should actually be set at E2. I need to change that. That should be, that S2 there should be set at 2, and I've got it set at 1 for some reason. So E0, E2, F3, 0, 4. Now, I've tried running it on E0 and I've run it on F3. F3 is like, the throttle response is, I would say, instant. And in 6th gear, 50 mile an hour, you put your foot down, you're soon at 70, a lot quicker than standard. And to adjust these, you just get a little screwdriver and just put it in there and flick it round. Have I got one available that I can get to? I'll use this. I'll just use this knife blade. So that should actually be set at 2. So let's just twist that round. Yeah, that's back on 2. So yes, I noticed the difference in throttle response. Definitely, I've noticed a difference in fuel economy when it's set on their stage 1, which obviously isn't a stage 1 remap. They just call it stage 1. So I'm looking down because I'm just trying to put this back together. So yes, I noticed a difference. And another thing, obviously, the reason I wanted to try this out is because I will be getting this car remapped, proper remap at some point, but it's still under warranty. So once the warranty runs out in 5 months' time, I'll be looking at getting it properly remapped, DPF sorted, and all that. But while we're on the subject of DPF, what I have noticed is my DPF isn't regenning as often. Let me just turn my engine on. Just one moment. Just made a fatal error. I've just turned the engine on without this plugged in, so I've now got a flashing light on the dash. Let me just turn your DPF is at 35% after 67 miles. I do a lot of stop starts, which is why this mileage is so low. But before I started using the RaceChip, at about 80 miles, this would have been up at 45-50%. So I've noticed a difference in the times that it wants to do a regen. Now, I can only assume that it's down to the fact that the fuel pressure has been upped, therefore it's burning better because it's atomizing. Once it's coming out the injectors, it's the more force, atomizing better, which would relate to the throttle response and the more power, because you're burning more fuel more efficiently. So it's not causing as much crap to go into the DPF. Like I say, you're getting your better throttle response and what feels like you're getting more torque. Again, it's not scientific. I can't test my torque pressures. I can't test horsepower and all that. But for me, this has improved my fuel economy. And obviously not having to regen as often is also saving money on my fuel economy, because when you're doing a regen, you use more fuel. So I'm just going to put back on this. Obviously it comes in the instruction. This is what they tell you to do, to adjust, to find the right settings that you want for your car. So we'll just put the waterproof seal back in and put the back on. Right, I'm just going to pause you a moment while I just put these screws back in place. Right, that's the screws back in place. With regards to these, you can't just buy, like go on eBay or Facebook or whatever and buy a RaceChip. They need to be set up specifically for your car. Yeah, there's lots out there for sale, but you need to check what's the important thing is the kilowatts that your engine is putting out is what the instructions come matched to. Yeah, there's a list of how many different settings on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 different. Let me just speak. So these here, there's 11 different ones that they come set for. Now mine was set, this one, E0. My car's 103 kilowatt output. Now, I am wondering about getting a RaceChip GTS, which is the one with the 7 settings and Bluetooth. But the price, the one that I'm after, the price is quite high that I consider buying second hand. It is specific for my car, but you look at the prices, they vary. You can pick up a GTS for about 80 quid up to 250. Brand new, you're looking at just over 400. If you want the Bluetooth one, you can get the GTS without Bluetooth, which is just under £400 direct from RaceChip. Like I say, you can get the GT or just the S. But then I sort of think the way I see it is, if you're going to do it, you might as well get the one with everything that you can do, rather than just going, because what I have found with this is, obviously I've been through all the settings. The top setting is a massive noticeable difference with the throttle response and the torque, but I've had to tone it down because I want the fuel economy. So with the GTS, you've got your 7 settings and you can set it to which one you want and have a play around. It's a lot easier than going back under the bonnet, take this out, adjust the settings. You can just press a button on your phone, bang, it switches over. Anyway, let's go round to the front of the car. I'll plug this back in and I'll show you where it's wired to. Right, so under here, just take this engine cover off, just zoom you out a little bit. Take the engine cover off. So your fuel pressure rate, your fuel rail running under here. This end is a plug that this section here would normally plug into. So this is now bypassed into this plug, runs round to, I've got it here. The GTS plugs into the fuel rail and somewhere else over this side of the engine. Can't remember which. It's something to do with the turbo inlet or something like that. But to plug this back in, just hold this. You just plug it, push it in. It only goes in round one way. That's now secured back in place, and I've got it popped just down there out of the way. You do want it somewhere where it doesn't get too hot. And so like I say, I will be, let's get this engine cover back on, shut that down. Yes, so to install takes a couple of minutes. They just click into place. Might need a little screwdriver to get the original one out. Just pop a little switch, out it comes, little clip, out it pops, and then you click that on, and that's it. So in conclusion, I have seen an improvement in MPG. Again, it's not scientific, but I drive the same route every day at the same times a day. So the traffic conditions are pretty much always the same. So like I said, the DPF isn't regenning as often because the fuel is being burnt more efficiently. But I will eventually be getting my DPF sorted, and a professional remap put onto this car, which the remap will take it from 140 up to around 175, 180. And that will also improve the fuel economy within that map. Because when you have a car remapped, they adjust the fuel pressure, atomizes the fuel better, which is why with a stage 1 map, you get better fuel economy as well as the power. It's all down to the fuel pressure rail and the fuel pressure atomizing better into the out of the injectors. So yeah, in conclusion, for me, it's worked for what I want it to do. Which, yeah, better fuel, the way things are at the minute, better fuel economy, everybody wants that. But if I adjust it too high to give me more fuel pressure. Yeah, obviously the MPG does drop, but it is fun. So getting wheel spinning second gear from a 2-litre diesel in the wet, that's how much difference it makes. So yeah, we're nearly there. 47 more subscribers, 24 days. Let's push this, get us there. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.